Hi guys, didn't expect you today. Who am I kidding? I did expect you because I'm the one that turned on the camera and I'm trying out this cool new mic, trying to act like a real YouTuber. So we're gonna clean up some mess today and maybe talk through some more plans, see what we got coming. Let's get after it. Let's see if we can clean up some mess. Obviously I need to clean up some mess here, and I hope the video or the audio is good now. I changed cameras, done a little quick test with that first intro there, and we're going to get some of this cleaned up and maybe break out the shop vac and vacuum up some 30-year-old dust and try to make this a little better. So occasionally I'll stop and talk to the camera. Otherwise, I'm going to work and put you guys on a fast forward to kind of see what I'm doing, and maybe we'll get some progress that you can see here in just a little bit. So stick around. I'm gonna go get a trash can. So somebody had installed 16 gauge solid core Romex. This isn't good in a mobile application. The solid core doesn't flex as good as the stranded core, and you're more apt to have problems. And 16 gauge just really is not, in my opinion, what should be done. Most houses are wired with 14 gauge, so put 14 gauge in, save yourself some trouble, and make sure that when you start pulling the 15 or 20 amps that most of these circuits are capable of pulling, that you have a conductor that will handle that much current. That's the bag for my camera tripod. It just got lost in the shuffle. Deadman cord. We'll talk about this later. No two ways about it, I've made quite a mess in here. But when you're doing rebuilds and tear outs, that's what happens. You make a mess. Guys, I'm a fat man, and fat men sweat. This ain't no two ways about it. Got a lot to do, so we're slowly but surely making it look better, and you can see the Jeep out the back there, or maybe you can. It's got the trailer hooked up to it. I went and picked up some 2-inch foam insulation to go up in the ceiling today, and I also picked up some Asden or Asdel. I don't remember exactly which the deal is. I'll try to put a note on the screen when it comes to this part of the video what it actually is. But it's a form of FRP, or fiber reinforced plastic. Pretty flexible, This particular product that I picked up today is got a linen texture to it, so it kind of looks like an Oxford shirt or a linen napkin. It's a light color. Obviously, I'm not going to put it in here while I got all this dirt and stuff moving around. But I think it's going to look nice. It's going to go on the wall here on the curbside for sure. I don't think I'm going to put any of it on the street side wall because it's that's pretty much all going to be covered up with other product. This front wall back here will probably be covered with it, and I'll probably cover part of the dinette with it. The framework of the dinette will be covered with that. 5 sheets, 4x8 sheets of it, and carry 5 4x8 sheets of it at a time. I'm no weakling, guys, but I'm no Hulk Hogan either. So I can't, I couldn't carry 5 sheets of regular FRP. So I really think I'm going to like the product. We're going to see how it turns out. I said we'd talk about the deadman cord. So if you look at this cord, they call it a deadman cord because it'll make a dead man out of you. This cord's got a 30 amp twist lock on this end and a 15 amp regular wall plug on this end. So what these are made for, why people make them, and they're very unsafe obviously. You plug this into the wall and you plug this into your generator, and you can backfeed your panel in your house and have power when there's a power outage due to stormy weather or whatever purpose. Now, while it works, it's not safe, and it's not safe for our linemen and people trying to restore our power in those times of emergencies. Excuse me. The reason for that is, if your house isn't set up to be backfed like that, you're going to be backfeeding the lines, backfeeding the power lines, and that could get a lineman hurt that's trying to restore power and cause your friends and neighbors not to have power for a while longer, inadvertently. Now, the reason this deadman cord is in this van or ambulance, whatever you want to call it, is because this was an option that somebody used to produce shore power for this vehicle. So this 30 amp twist lock, there's a female 30 amp twist lock on the left rear corner that this would lock into, and then this would plug into an extension cord or a wall outlet or something. It's a short cord, so if you had a generator sitting outside, you could plug it into that, whatever. The point is that set of electrical boxes that was right here over the CPR seat, there was a little bit of an interlock there. It wasn't so much really an interlock as it is turn this breaker off to kill shore power and turn this breaker on to use inverter power. Problem is, you could turn both of them on together, and if you done that, you would backfeed inverter power to that plug on the outside, which, hey, you could use that as an outlet, but if you were hooked up to a generator or hooked up to a utility and done that, you would probably blow something up. What, I'm not going to say, because I don't know where the link would fall and what would blow up first, but it's not good. So instead of using something like this on the back of your rig, get a true shore power plug. They make a female version of this that goes on here, obviously, just like an extension cord. And then that would fit into a socket that my trailer has on it. A lot of your RVs have them now. They also have a little ring that you screw down to lock it on. the old style RV, it just kind of pushed back in a hole, and you got it all pushed back, and then this back, and it went back and it had a little door over it. Well, those days are pretty much gone. The twist lock shore power is where we're at now. Far better design, and you don't have a deadman cord when you do those. Remarkably, that fire extinguisher still shows charged. I don't know if the powder's packed in it or not, which means it ain't going to work too good, but hey, still shows charged, so we'll keep it around, and in the event of an emergency, maybe it works. Got to cut some wires out of the floor down here so I can get that stuff up out of the way. Yes, I did just grab a pair of cutters and just cut a wire kind of willy-nilly, but I've got the batteries disconnected in this. There's no batteries in it at all, and makes it a little safer to do things like that. Trying to get some of this wire bundled up so it's out of the way. Oh boy, I just looked at my my phone that I'm using for a remote and see just how bad this looks. Lighting is terrible. Terrible. Need to figure out something to make that better. Let's try something. Let a little sunshine in, but no, not going to work either. Alright guys, I got a lot cleaned up. It's a little hot. It's time for a water break. I'm going in the house for a few. So since it's so dark in here, I'm going to go ahead and get a light going. I can see well enough to work, but you guys can't see what I'm doing. And some of you have subscribed and want to keep watching and see what I'm doing, and others you just watch. So I don't care if you subscribe, I don't care if you like. I don't have a monetized channel, so it doesn't matter much to me. But what does matter is that maybe I can share a piece or two of knowledge for somebody else that's working on an ambulance conversion. I know in my research to start my project, I didn't find a whole lot of stuff about ambulances or people working on them. There's a few things out there, don't get me wrong. You got Campulance Man, and there's a guy here in Oklahoma, can't remember the name of his his channel. He's got a pretty nice rig. Done some really nice stuff with it. I loved his bathroom setup, but he's somewhere in the central part of Oklahoma, where I'm up northeast around Tulsa. So regardless, there's plenty of us around that are doing this, but you know, just not a whole lot of material on YouTube that you can watch and see what people have done. So that's why I'm doing this. That and in the future, if somebody wants to know, how'd you do that or why'd you do that? Oh, I don't know how I done it. I just done it as I was working. So let's go back and watch the video. That's generally the way I work. I don't know how I done it. I know what I was trying to accomplish, and so I accomplished my goal, and outside of that, I don't know. It worked and it was safe. So I try to do everything as safely as possible. As I've heard other YouTubers say, this is not a how-to. It's not a how-to channel. This is a what I'm doing channel. And this is DIY. So I'm doing it myself. I'm doing it my way myself. And having worked in an industrial setting in the past, doing some industrial mechanical and industrial electrical work, I have a good knowledge of electricity and how to do things a little more proper. Forgive me while I wipe sweat off my face. But these, and some of you are going to say, you shouldn't twist the wires before you put them in. Okay, yeah, whatever. I twisted them, so that's on me. This is me doing it, so I'm doing it my way. Again, it's not a how-to, it's a how I did it. And actually, it's not even a how I did it, it's just a what I did. Because I'm not telling you how I did it, because I don't want you to come back and say, well, Dadio did that. His didn't burn down, but I did it and mine burned down. I don't want that responsibility. So, I'm doing it my way. You can do it your way. And we'll all be happy. So what I'm doing here, some people call these wood head plugs, cord ends, whatever. I'm just putting a cord in on a piece of extension cord that was hooked to something else in this ambulance. I found lots of something else's. So now, got a cord end on a cord with an end, no end. We're going to put a light together. Alright, let's see what we got here. Well, that'll be simple enough. I won't show you exactly what I'm doing right here because I know a lot of you will scream, ah, there's no bushing on that. Yeah, there's no bushing on it. This is not a permanent fixture, so I'm not worried about it. This is a temporary to get me through my work. And I'm gonna find my little pack of butt splices so I can butt splice that together. I'll be back. Butt splices acquired. Guys, this light is temp, because I don't plan on leaving this light in here at all once I get everything else done. It's bad when you get old and start getting blind and can't see to make some of this stuff up. And I'm not that old, but my eyes are telling me I am. So I was talking about liking, subscribing, commenting. Maybe I didn't say anything about commenting, but anyway, guys, comment if you want to know something about what I'm doing or why I'm doing it. Comment and ask me. It might take me a day or two to reply. You can send me a message through YouTube, or if you find me on Facebook, send me a message through Facebook. I'm a pretty cool guy. I'll answer. Again, it might take me a day or two because I do stay busy. I think everybody's seen a couple of my videos, and you probably know I'm a full-time deputy sheriff, and I work part-time for an ambulance service. That should definitely be known if you have watched some of my early videos, because I went to the fire station and recorded some stuff. And then more recently, I've started teaching for Oklahoma State University Fire Service training, and we're trying to get some stuff together to make a good drone training program for public safety. So we want to make sure that policemen and firemen are schooled in some good ways to use remote aircraft for various uses. These could be search and rescue or anything. So, but that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to work on an ambulance and talk a little bit about what we're doing. So, let's see if we can again, that's the wrong size. So now, plug this in and we should have light. Hey, light. Try to get that cord back out of the camera there. It's better. Still not perfect, but better. I've said before, guys, I'm a little ADD, ADHD, whatever you want to call it. And I just kind of jump all over the place doing things sometimes. But that works for me. I get done what I need to get done, and in the meantime it drives others crazy because I don't stay focused in one area like a lot of people think I should. I jump around. But my reason for jumping around is the fact that sometimes I have something going in my mind, and okay, I'm doing this, and then something changes. I run into something else, and it's like, I need to go a little different route. So these are the control panels for the inverters that I pulled out of this unit. I want to hang on to them. This is a couple of voltmeters. They're cheap. They work, but I don't have any use for them. So I'm going to chunk them. When it comes right down to it, I'm using a 12 volt system in here, and I already have it, I just hadn't got it hooked up, but I'm using a 12 volt system in the ambulance, and all of my lighting will be 12 volt, and the rooftop air is going to be a 12 volt. About the only thing that's going to be 120 will be the refrigerator, but I will have the ability to run other things 120, AC, house current, whatever you want to call it, and I'll be able to have a charger because I'm using the Victron Multi Plus, and so that will charge when I'm hooked up to shore power. But since everything is 12 volt, and I have the Victron shunt, smart shunt, whatever you want to call it, I don't need cheap, cheesy gauges like that that just tells me the battery voltage. If you know battery voltage, and if you remember when I showed you that panel a while ago, there was a chart on there that had a voltage and a percentage out beside it. That's whoever installed that was their way of monitoring state of charge, keeping track of where their batteries are at. Nothing wrong with that. I'm just going with a little more technology because I'm using the lithium battery setup, and this is going to be more of an RV and a whole lot less of an industrial collaboration. I don't know what you would call it. Water time. I got a big fan. I could put a fan in here. I got a little fan right there. But it's just not enough for really. So that and its noise on the video. So now I need to start wrapping my head around, because I have insulation for up here. I need to start wrapping my head around getting all that squared away. And I'm going to make some changes on some of these lights on the outside. All four of the lights on this side are going to become quote-unquote scene lights. They're called scene lights on an ambulance, so they're scene lights. they're going to be repurposed a little bit, and they will be just all white light on that side, so that if I'm out boondocking, I can light up whatever's out that way with the truck. So I'm fixing to move you guys because I want you to see a couple of things, and I want to explain some stuff. So I'm going to move the tripod, and we'll get started here in just a second. All right, set that up there and keep a little better eye on what's going on here. So now that I'm not hiding from you guys behind the camera, and yeah, my face is probably dirty. It's dirty in here. Shut this door to kill some of the sunlight, make it the lighting a little better in here for the video. So this blower, the dirt daubers have had fun with it. It sounds like there's some dirt dauber nest or some dirt or something in there. But what we're going to do is we're going to take this blower and I'm going to remount it somewhere in this vicinity, and it will, I'll shorten the tubes up. It will just be a heat removing tool, because this is the area in which the Multi-Plus will be mounted. We got this really nice discharge on the side of the truck here that looks nice. It doesn't look bad. So I'm going to shorten this up, mount this up here somewhere, and just use it to pull some heat out. And I will probably put it on some sort of thermostat, so that, you know, it's got to get to a certain temp before it kicks on and blows the heat out. We talked in the last video about these lines. Again, I need to cut them. They've been evacuated, but I need to cut them with the HVAC unit outside so I don't make a mess inside. There will be some oil in those lines, I'm sure. The rest of these wires, like this one, now this one says AC clutch. This one says, my eyes are bad. Oh, ground. Go figure, it's black, it's ground. And these two blue ones, they say AC power. And there's been something connected there. So I need to kind of trace back and see what those go to. I don't like that they just say AC power and we don't know. So if I find that they're good wires, I might repurpose them. But otherwise, you know, that's there. So the thing I need to change up here, this is marker light. So we're not going to worry too much about it at the moment. We'll just kind of tuck it back here. You know, I said we would. Get it out of the way. This is an emergency light, and it comes off of these gray wires, one of them somewhere. And looks like I could trace it because they've got two green bands, and I can see a couple of green bands over there. So my intent is to pull this flashing light out, however it comes out, probably drill it, and I'll put some sort of a LED fog light bulb or something in there, so that I can reuse that fixture and have an LED bulb in it for the lower current. I'll do that same thing down this whole side, so that the scene lights are repurposed and used ultimately still as scene lights, but the emergency lights will be the ones repurposed. The lights on the front, I believe these are emergency lights too. I'm going to do the same thing to them. They'll basically become scene lights because, hey, let's get real. This truck's never going to be an ambulance or an emergency vehicle again. So we're going to do it right. There's one right here in the middle. Can't see it. It's kind of even with the fisheye of the camera, and I think that one's just going to totally go away. I'm going to put a block off plate on it. So working to make that happen. If you look right here, I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but there's 3 bolts in a triangle pattern here. That's the light bar mounts up front. I'm going to back those off in the near future, take them off, put something around the holes. I'll probably put like a carriage bolt in there so that I can suck it up tight and just have a bolt head, a rounded bolt head out there to clear all that up. Let's pause you, turn the camera around, and look at doing a few other things. All right. You don't want to play nice. Sometimes you just need a little hammer, or a big hammer. So remember me talking earlier about the 16 gauge Romex? Well, this one, or maybe it was this one, I don't remember. One of the 2 of them goes through a hole in the floor and down underneath. Now, when I've been underneath this truck, I've seen that Romex, and I knew that it came over here to this, and knew that I wanted to talk about it when it came down to it. So, as I've said earlier, Romex is not good in a mobile application because it's stranded, and it doesn't do as well with vibration. And in this case, Romex is not meant to be outside. And in this case, it runs down through this hole right outside underneath the truck. Stuff's not meant for that. It's kind of dangerous because it can rub and fray. The solid strand wire can break, but maintain just enough contact that you might get a little bit of use out of it, but that's going to cause heat. So your heat's not good because that's what causes fires. And if you're camping out, boondocking, or hey, even if you're living in an RV that's been converted from an ambulance like this, that's not something pretty that you want to face, the possibility of waking up to your home being on fire. So try to avoid doing that when you're building your stuff. Again, I'm not telling you how to build it, just telling you that I know that's not safe. Okay guys, I'm going to cut these and I'll talk about it in just a second. So I said I wanted to talk about cutting. I said I was going to cut these and then I wanted to talk about them. So I'm going to peel this back. This is what's called SO cord. It's a 14-3 SO cord, which means it's a 14 gauge conductor. And there's 3 of those 14 gauge conductors inside that SO cord. SO cord's a lot of times used for extension cords, used in industrial applications, and it's a lot more harsh environment friendly. So those 2 SO cords that I just cut, they run up this back corner and probably tie into these. If one of these isn't it, it's a possibility. I don't know. I'll have to do some tracing and see. But we got the squad bench out now. Now it's time to do a little more vacuuming on 30-year-old dust, and then I think it's probably getting close to time to call it a day. Let's see, where'd the watch go? Oh shoot, I can just look at the phone. It is 3:15. I told Noni at 4 o'clock I was coming in to get a shower because we gotta, well, we don't gotta, we get to go take care of the grandbaby tonight. So I think Thursday was my son's birthday, and him and his wife are going to dinner tonight. So they needed a babysitter. So of course Noni and Daddy-O is going to go watch the baby. So I'm going to vacuum this up, and that'll be it for today. And it'll probably be it for a couple of days because tomorrow's a full day and I have an ambulance shift tomorrow night. And so maybe Monday I can make it back out here Monday evening. We'll see what happens. But in the meantime, I think I'm going to cut the video off here. I will go ahead and vacuum and leave the video rolling for that. But I'll cut the video off here, and we'll do a new video when we come back out for the next day. But I think, as you can see, I think we've got it all gutted now, with the exception of the HVAC lines, because the squad bench is gone now, and that was the last big thing to get out of here. So let's get this vacuumed up and get a shower and go play with the grandbaby. Alright guys, I didn't get all the dust, but I got all I'm going to get. This thing needs empties. And I'm not working on it anymore tonight. So for now, good luck. We'll see you next time. And hope you've enjoyed this this version of making the ambulance an Amburoamer. Have a good day.